It's another weekend walk again. It's Javierism Tubuka here. Today we are going to have the series number 3 of this walk around at the highway that they are being built here in Kuala Lumpur. Now we are on the 3rd series. We have featured the Kampung Pandan Roundabout, or the TRX, and the Desa Pandan stretch, which is over there. And now we are going to have it, I will call it the Jelatek stretch, which is going at that location over there. Like as usual, I will be going and walk through the bridge. It is actually, when you are looking at this bridge over here, it's not part of this Duke Highway. It is under the City Council project. It's in here. It's actually an overpass on one of the bridges or the roads down there. So that is the Desa Pandan area that we featured earlier on one of the video, and it will be connecting over on this side. And this has been done quite recently. So if you can see, there is already the slab on the top of it. So what we're trying to do now, like I mentioned, is that we're going into this bridge and crossing over on that side. We have to go and walk through there and see what we can see on the other side of the road at the Jelatek or the Ampang area. Let's go. We are currently at the on top of this bridge intersecting the Ampang Hilir and then the Desa Pandan over there. So if you can see on my background is the KLCC over this. Not probably that clear, but we are actually on the top of this road. This is Ampang Hilir area down there, and the temporary traffic light, if you can see that. And if I will walk around, actually familiar with this place. This is going to be on the going to the Ampang area. This is an access road. The other side is the International School Kuala Lumpur, ISKL over there. On that side, if you can, the place that we came from that is where the entrance of the ISKL over there. And then in this other side, that's the Great Eastern Mall, and we will be looking at the underpass and that Jalan Ampang intersection over there. And probably we cannot pass through there because it's under construction, but I wanted to walk going through the Jalan Jelatek to the LRT station. It's very interesting. I guess as usual on this construction here in Kuala Lumpur, like I said, there's still have a lot of constructions that's going on all over the place in the city. It will probably last still until 5 years time maybe. So let's go. Okay everyone, we are actually now at the Jalan Ampang, and probably this is Jalan Jelatek intersection now. We are on the top of it. We came from on that side of the Desa Pandan, right? So as you can see, this is the underpass that we will be going through later. And just a little bit of rewind on this area. This is actually a very congested intersection here in Jalan Ampang. It backlogs everywhere, the 4 legs of this intersection. So this is the solution that they actually approved by the City Council to improve the traffic. So you can see now we actually having three tiers. One is at the underpass, and then this is, I consider this is a great intersection, and then on the top of it is the Duke 3, which is actually a bypass on the whole intersections. And then again, like I said, this Duke 3 came from the Bandar Malaysia development over there, and it passes through the TRX or the Kampung Pandan about going to Desa Pandan, and then this is the Jelatek stretch. I wanted to go and cross this Jalan Ampang and going to that Jelatek until the LRT station. Let's go! There you go. There is a walkway here because those shoppers or workers from that side of the mall or the Great Eastern Mall will be taking the public transport at the LRT station. So this is what have been provided here. You see that? It's public access, but make to be very careful on the falling objects. So here we go. If you notice, the columns, if you are looking at this side, it's a little bit slender, but it's actually not, because they are actually going parallel with the walkway width later. So as you can see, this is a wide column on this side, but if you're looking at that, you're probably wondering it's a little bit slender, but it's actually not. So that is actually the main deck. And if you can see this, I mean, it's based on my experience as a highway or the bridge designer, is that alignment designer, I should say, is that these are all the ramps. This one, this will be ramped down. But I believe that this will be ramped down going on that side, on this bridge, and going down, right? So it's interesting. You have that sort of cantilever structure, and as again, this is an urban construction, and there are a lot of restrictions. So the designer or the engineers are going to have a lot of design thinking on this connections of these bridges. So if you can see, yes, it's almost tied back into that. I just sneak inside and to have a look on this beam, the precast beam that is ready to be lifted and installed. So that is the shape. Okay guys, probably you're wondering why is it that this one is too high, these columns. The standard here in Malaysia is that you need to have about 5.4 meter on top of any crossing or on the top of the road. So what we are looking at now is that this bridge over here is the Akle or the Ampang elevated highway that will be crossing this Duke 3. So that is why you can imagine you have a 5.4 clearance over there for this level, and we need to have another 5.4 on the top of it clearance when we're crossing. And by the way, when we are walking at the front, there is the LRT as well next to the Akle highway. Okay, so let's move on. So I'm actually purposely come down in here at this river bank just to show what is going on at the top as well. So now that is the Akle or the Ampang elevated highway on the top of this river. And what we have been doing is that we came from on that side. That is the Duke 3. Well, that is the TRX again. So what we are trying to do now is that we are crossing this bridge along that Jalan Jelatek, and that is the LRT track. That is actually the Kelana Jaya line, and we will be ending up on the stations and turn back. Okay, so what I can see what they are doing now over here is that I'm pretty sure that they will be widening up the bridge, because that is very narrow. So that is what they are doing now. There are some support, temporary support of that construction that will be going on in the next few months, I guess. So let's go. So guys, that is the LRT track on the top while we are walking, and then this is where we can see the KLCC here. So that LRT is going through the KLCC station. So as you can see, how high are this ongoing construction here. And like I said, this if it's a little bit tricky, the columns are so slender, but I mean the width is wider. I believe that is about 4 meters in width. So I stop in here. There are some workers on the top. They are working right now. See, today is Sunday and they're still working, and they're trying to finish it off, I believe, on time. And as you can see, our friends out here, like I said, it's Sunday. Bicycle, walking, motorcycles. And what is very interesting is there's a lot of bikes, types of bikes that they're using. I'm afraid with bikes, by the way. Okay. As usual, it's a very nice weather here in Kuala Lumpur. Again, because last night has a rain that pours, I think, the whole day yesterday. So the blue skies are coming up. That building also is nice. I will zoom in later. Guys, while we're walking, we still need to follow the SOPs. We need to wear the mask, our mask, just not to be caught by the authorities while we are going towards that our destination over there, probably at the end of the LRT. And like I said, we have to follow the SOP. Again, they already extended the CMCO here in more or less the whole of the peninsula. It's just because of the current race up of the COVID cases. So that is why we have to be very careful still at the places that we're going. And yeah, we have to wear our mask, and to help the frontliners. All right. Okay, let's continue. Friend, we actually at the end of the Jelatek stretch. So what I wanted to do is that I will be going up to this bridge, or the footbridge, and we're trying to go at the other side and see at the middle and try to capture something at the middle of this construction when we will be going up there. So let's go. So now we are at the top of this bridge, and I wanted to show you on this Setiawangsa area. There you go. If I can zoom in, it's a very high bridge actually. Okay. So that's the LRT going towards Gombak. And it will be passing through parallel with that highway later. Bye bye train. So this is the Jelatek stretch. I'm just wondering on those bikers Sunday. Again, it's Sunday. It's a lot of activities, different type of activities. Like me, I'm filming and they are trying to have a bike. So that is where we came from. Wow, that is very nice that I can see the TRX over at that area. And that is where we came from. Just now we walked through over. If you're wondering, this is actually the LRT station here. And that is where we walk through on that special walkway, I can say, that they provided for us. There you go. Bikers are everywhere. So now we will be trying to go around this side. And I wanted to focus on this side too. There you go. This is the casting yard of their beams. It's about to ready to be launched up there. And by the way, that is used to be a tennis court, if I remember well. That side is a tennis court before. So yep, interesting. So this is the park at the other side of the road. Well, this is my first time here. It's very nice weather. That is the KLCC. Okay, my Katubuka friend, this is all again for this vid. As we are walking back where we came from just now. And thank you again for watching. I hope that I can give something to our viewers out there, our new friends out there. I just wanted to show something what is going on, like I said, here in Kuala Lumpur. And probably some of you are wondering why I'm doing this. There's a lot of reasons. Number one is just to have an exercise every week. Like I said, walking, shooting, and at the same time uploading videos. And one of the reasons actually was that because my boys are asking me how did this bridges and everything in here inside the Kuala Lumpur has been built. You know, so my intention in here is that I wanted to put something inside the platform or the YouTube channel for the next generations to see or to watch later. And like I said, probably how many generations will be coming. When they grown up, they will be asking the same thing, like my boys. And I said, how did they construct these bridges? What are these in here before? Those kind of things. So as soon as YouTube is inside or the platform is here, anything that we uploaded, all my fellow YouTubers will remain here in YouTube. So this will be some of the reference. Some of it will be very useful to everybody in history or whatever. So that is one of the reasons that when I'm doing this. And at the same time, I mean, the main reason is that I wanted to have a good exercise, to sweat out, yeah, and to give some information to all our friends out there. And of course, we need to have something like you know, to have a healthy well, this is a little bit dangerous maybe when I'm walking, but it's not. As long as we follow the protocols or the SOPs or where to walk, it's safety. Okay, so again, with all our friends out there, the new to my channel, is that please don't forget to subscribe, like the button. Yeah, feel free to share them. There's no problem with that. The bell icon down there, that will be the next one that you will need to hit, so you will not be missing some of the videos that will be uploaded later on. Alright, so that's all again for now. Again, we still CMCO here, more or less the whole of Malaysia now. That was announced last night. So be safe, everybody. We try to help the frontliners to curb the pandemic. So we will be back to the normal again later. Alright? Okay? Take care. This is all again for now. I'll see you again later. Bye-bye.